crazy journey started in January 2019 when we found out our son would become a big brother. We were ecstatic. We were anxious to hear that precious heartbeat in our first ultrasound, and then there it was, loud and proud. In the first few months, I experienced some issues that led us to get an ultrasound early.
Those lungs hard.
I thought for sure we had lost this baby, but then I heard that sweet heartbeat once again. I assumed all was well until the technician told me he needed to go get my OB. She came in the room devastated with the news that something just wasn't right. She said it could possibly be something called an omphalocele. I was so confused. I didn't know much about it and for sure couldn't pronounce it. We were sent to a high-risk doctor who confirmed it was a very large omphalocele and let us know that all the things that could possibly go wrong. It was one of the most heartbreaking days of our lives. We went home and tried to look up everything on this defect, and then luckily I found the Moves group. This group brought a lot of support and encouragement. We had a pretty tough rest of the pregnancy. At 34 weeks and 6 days, our miracle baby boy Dane was born at 10:11 a.m. via the emergency C-section due to severe preeclampsia. He was 5 pounds even and had the best strawberry blonde hair a baby could ever have. Days before being born, I had 2 shots of steroids for his lungs to hopefully develop a little bit more, and it did. He came out crying, and that was such an amazing sound. Then we quickly realized something was wrong. His omphalocele had ruptured, or as the surgeon put it, completely split open. His liver, intestines, stomach, and bowel were out. He had a surgery at just 2 hours old to place a plastic silo and a mesh bag over his omphalocele. Every other day he had a push-down reduction, but it wasn't happening as quickly as the surgeon wanted. They decided after almost 2 weeks of reductions that they would place an alloderm graft on his belly and wound vac. Unfortunately, they couldn't put the wound vac on just yet. His body seemed to tell them he couldn't handle it. In the next few days, his body would end up almost tripling in size. It was the most horrible sight to walk in and see your baby as pale as a ghost and so very swollen. He received blood infusions and lots of medications. A few days later, we were able to put the wound vac on. His body took a little while to get back to normal, but we were so relieved when he finally was able to open his eyes again. He was intubated for about a month. That first month was by far the hardest month ever. So many hurdles to overcome. Dane had bilirubin, hematocrit, and urine issues. We finally held our sweet boy after 27 days. He endured the dreaded pneumonia, which was extremely scary to see. After all these trials, he proved himself to be a warrior, just like all these O babies are. The next few months in NICU brought us many highs and many lows, but one of the best moments was when Dane met his 3-year-old big brother. We took our first of many family of 4 photos, one we will forever cherish. We found out he had hydronephrosis and his first UTI, which was no fun. He started physical, occupational, and speech therapy. He continued to attempt the bottle, which we are still eagerly waiting for him to want more of. He was discharged from NICU after 103 days. Our first night home was pretty tricky, but we are starting to get the hang of it now. Dane is 5 months old and is a social butterfly. He's the happiest when he's being talked to and loved on. His beautiful strawberry blonde mohawk fell out on Christmas, but his blue eyes still sparkle. He's meeting new milestones all the time, and his alloderm is healing nicely. We go to weekly appointments to check his belly, and we are anxiously waiting for closure surgery in the next year or so. If you are a new O mama or dad, don't be discouraged by the news, but be proud that your baby is an O warrior because they are by far some of the toughest babies around.
Poor guy, Dane, don't be